Teaching.
Sorry?
Yes.
Come again?
We are
Shut
here
again.
in some schools. I know you will find the bursars, getmen, askaris in classrooms teaching. Why? Teachers, because of COVID-19, teachers have left their what? The teaching profession. Others have gone abroad. Others have started their own businesses. They are now earning what we used to give them. So we are in shortage of teachers. So what do we do?
Last time they were calling the teacher.
Yes,
And the other teacher from Uwero. Up to now, the teacher is waiting for the teachers to come. Teachers have never reported. Even called them because they were.
The children are too slow when it comes to writing. And I believe this one is happening in most schools. They are too slow. Even finishing up that day is a problem. Then too, there is a lot of mirror images, especially the young ones. You're telling a child to write number 5 and he or she is writing it the other way around. Okay? Then 3, poor interpretation of questions, especially at the primary level. The question is asked in a different way and the child interprets it in another way. Hope you're also finding that problem in your schools. Then 3, these automatic promotions. Children were put in classes where they are not supposed to be. Others are very young. But because they've missed out 2 years, so the parent comes and wants his or her child to be in a different class, which is not right. So it's really becoming a challenge to us as teachers. Then poor reading. The children forgot reading completely. They don't know how to read. Then poor handwriting. This one goes under mirror images, but the primary section is poor handwriting. Then the listening skills. I don't know where the children left their ears. You talk to a child and it's like the child doesn't have ears. You're calling the child, he or she's just moving. I don't know. Is it happening in your schools also? Yeah. You call a child as if the child doesn't even know his or her name. You call and just doing his or her own thing. So it's a challenge. It becomes a challenge. Yes. Then bad manners. The languages they're using these days. Chris, can you hear me? Yes. You can't hear me. Sorry?
Competing, yeah, so at least you should
Because
be
I'm a lady.
amplified.
Because I'm a lady, don't expect me to talk like him. I'm a lady. Yes. So I was still talking about behaviors. Guys, children adopted bad behaviors. The words they talk, you even wonder. Actually, I'm teaching a class of 5 to 6 years old. But one time, they were doing work. And a child came to me and said, "Teacher, this one said that I have a crush with Sarah." Imagine, 5 years old. So I asked this child, "What does this mean? What does a crush mean?" And the child confidently told me that a crush means when you are in love with someone. Oh, 5 years old. Can you imagine? So they have adopted.
Share with you some of the challenges that we've discussed with my group members. The inability to read and write, I think it cuts across. It was mentioned. Poor letter and number formations, as she named it, mirror images, not alternating teaching methods. Now this is because of the teachers. From day one, you come in class, you're teaching about sets, you draw a set, put elements, class to class. A learner may end up not getting exposed Actually, you talk of, let's say, elements in a set. You put letters, not knowing that even outside in the compound, there are some other elements that can form a what? A set. Together, members, high cases of indiscipline, that one was mentioned. Maybe I will just add and to inform you that we are having many formats of handwriting. I don't know whether you believe that or you agree with me. We have some schools where they write J as this. In some other schools, J is written like that. How we have some schools where T, multi is written like that. And some other schools, T stops somewhere in the line. Let's assume that this is a line. T stops somewhere in the line, then across. So we must look for better or clear letter formats so that we explain them and teach them to our learners. I beg to end there. Teacher Alex Sembaliva.
Which school?
Haven Education Center in Kajansi, near Blonde Airfield, Kajansi Airfield.
What is this? I don't see me. This one? Huh? B. Yes, the word is B. The word is B. This is sound. Sound. E. And sound. Thank you. What about this one? You can take a seat. This one? This one? This one? This one? The word is lost. That is, and basically that is action reading. And our dear viewers on Teschers TV Africa, we have an action reading. You can use it in your school. Instead of giving learners words like this, you start on the blackboard. Lost. The word low sticks. The word is it? Lost. The word is it? Lost sticks. The learners won't understand where you are going to work from. But if they learn it organically, they will be able to understand and give you everything. Should we proceed?
Yes.
Which sound is this? Which one is this? This one? Should I begin?
Yes. One more time.
They have given us the answer. The answer is already given. The word is cat. That is cat. Should we proceed?
It's a general problem, a general challenge. I'll not call it a problem because it can be solved, not so. So it's a common challenge in most of our schools. Poor handwriting. To me, according to the observation, research I've made in our schools, or in my school, this one has also been caused by automatic promotion. You find out that someone who was in P2 are going to come to your school and asks you to promote that person in P4. Someone who has been using a pencil now is needed to be in which class? P4 or P5. Has never even got a chance of using a pen. So you find that the handwriting becomes very poor. Negative attitude towards learning. Teachers, you agree with me? In our schools, we are now handling children who have been earning, not so? Entrepreneurs are the ones now in our classes. Their pockets are even happier than ours. Yes. So these are the children now we want in the class. He's seated there delivering a content, he thinks of a business he left at home. So this one, negative attitude is very common in our schools, I'm telling you. Remember, we teach children.
And what do they do anyway? Kindly repeat for us. What do teachers do with the bottle top?
So I was like, I was still telling you, instead of piling children with the content, I will give an example of this bottle, that it has a capacity it holds. If you try to pour 20 liter jerrycan of water into this bottle of water, water will overflow. So this is what we do in our what? In our schools. We pair children with the work of the mind. Okay? They have their different capacity, memory capacities.
That's
Approach. This one is practical, it can be taught practically. A teacher can send kids to bring containers, you collect some soil, then you plant those seeds. EPG germination, you plant a bean seed. Is it like that? Yes. Then high PG germination, you bring a maize seed, you plant it, maybe you have to teach it a week ahead. So they grow. But instead you find a teacher is very busy on the chalkboard. Remember, our talents of growing are not the same. You find a teacher is very busy on chalkboard, trying to illustrate EPG germination. Now the seed comes out of the soil, then hypogenetic germination, the seed remains under the soil, growing. No, something that can be done practically. Are we together? And the kid cannot forget that. So teaching approaches, we should also look into ourselves as teachers. Teaching wrong concepts.
Should I proceed? Yes. Which one is this? The first one was the other one. The other one. Which one is that? Run. But firstly, thank you very much. I'm seeing the concept has sunk in people's minds. By the way, is it a good concept? Yes. Is it a good approach? Yes. Compare it with just writing the words on the blackboard. Which one is better?
Action.
The action reading, eh?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, are you seeing the way when how it is like to you are teaching them, but to the learners they are looking at it as fun, eh? Yes. They are enjoying it. So what happened at the end of the day, they end up learning easily. For us at school, we find that each day whenever kids see teachers on reading, one thing that they ask for, teacher action reading, because it excites them. Are you getting it? Yes.
But it works better when children master the sound.
They master them after time. Eh?
Yeah, it works better
When they master.
Yes,
Now, how they teach those things, action reading, don't teach it after completing all the sounds. You first get the word movers, those R, A, E, O, R. Then you start getting those sound like the two-lettered words. Eh? Yes, the first group. So that they can be in position to read a two-lettered word. In first time, a baby class child can read a two-lettered word through action reading. Are we together? Which word is this?
Yes.
Okay. Which one? I saw your hand. What? Sweep. Sweep. Food. Yeah. Now I see these ones, they are extremely important learning aids. Important learning aids. Are we together? You know that they have over 100 functions in teaching. And on Saturday we are going to be looking at over 50 or 40 functions. So now you can use just bottle props as a learning aid to just interchange what have you been teaching. It was a lesson whereby all the learners were engaged, and it doesn't mean that they are all perfect like Faye. Faye is 4 years, but she's exceptional in a way that she could do things that even children of 6 years couldn't do. But the reason why others also gain momentum simply because it is learning which is comprehensive and it caters for all learning styles. All together. You might find that the child might be weak, but are they weak because they should be weak or there is a lot going on at home? Have we taken time? This is the time whereby no school is going to teach in perfection if we disconnect ourselves from parents and homes. Because those scenarios or homes will help us to understand the nature of children whom we are teaching right now. All together. Then finally, look at also the barriers. Barriers to learning. You see me also looking at this. This information, I got it, by the way, I didn't want today to share my personal information. We have shared ours, but we got it from a collection, and I thank my fellow teacher, she's called Teacher Rachel, who raised some of these things based on that experience in Australia. So I wanted to find out how are they and ours. But you find that challenges there are the same challenges here, but just that for them, they handle them differently. Are we together? So we look at the barriers to learning. You might be saying that kids are weak, but are we giving them enough time to practice? Or it's all about talk and show? Are they practicing? Which, like teachers talked about the methodologies. Which methodologies are they using? Then we also look at the environment. Is the environment conducive? Yeah? Is our environments, are they conducive? And we are here to appreciate you, Teacher Rachel, and everyone who has donated to our Teachers Development Center. And currently, these are the results. All of us, thank you. Thank you, Teacher Rachel, for your kind support. And currently, as you can see, we have the seats. And all the people, Professor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now we tell the lady, thank you. It's fine,